right, listen to this. New research shows that contact lenses cause more than 70,000 ER visits every year. That's just among kids. Just another reason to ditch contacts and think about a permanent solution. We're talking about LASIK, and we have our expert, Dr. John Dishler, with us, a surgeon, an MD, and an ophthalmologist. And we're talking about LASIK. We have two people with us, Jill and Kelly. Jill and Kelly are sisters, and one is a professional pilot for UPS.
Correct.
And you're also a pilot, but private pilot, is that? And you?
Yes, I have my license, but I haven't flown in a long time.
And which one is which? Jill?
I'm Jill.
Jill. Mm-hmm. Jill, who went first to Dr. Dishler?
I did.
Did you wear contacts?
Yeah, I wore contacts for about 20 years, and they were fine for that whole time. And then one day I just developed an allergy to them and tried to wear them, and they just caused a lot of irritation and itching, and I just couldn't wear them anymore.
Like your eyes would actually be irritated?
Yes.
So you had to go back to glasses?
Yes, I actually had to wear glasses full-time for a couple of months while I did my research for LASIK.
How bad were your eyes?
In terms of my vision?
Do you know what it was?
They were about 2,400.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
the
pretty
biggie.
Bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Yeah. Your husband also had LASIK done. Who had LASIK done first?
I did it first because I couldn't wear glasses full time. You know, that's just not a way for me to live.
And then it spread like wildfire because then your husband did it?
Yes, my husband did it. He did it about a month after I did, and then my sister Kelly went a few weeks after he did.
Kelly, contacts you wore?
I had just started in contacts, and they irritated my eyes, especially here in Colorado with being so dry. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
And being a pilot, I was really pretty nervous about the whole, concept of LASIK, but Jill kind of paved the way, and then Oyvind, and so it helped me.
I want to talk about that because there are a lot of professional pilots that watch and go to Dr. Dishler. One of my friends, a pilot, went to him, and he was concerned about his medical, passing his eye exam. So what happened after that? You had no problems?
I had no problems at all. No, I could have flown the next week. I think I did fly the next week.
And she flies big jets, and what about it? Can you see? Before, could you, if you didn't have your contacts or glasses, could you see the cockpit instruments?
I could.
You could?
It was mostly far vision.
Okay.
That was just starting to go.
Like the runway.
Where is that airport? You know?
So, really.
Small things like that.
Do you see well now, really? I mean, do you feel great?
I do. I feel, it wasn't as dramatic for me because my vision was, I was pretty close to 20/20, and they told me, you know, it's not going to be as dramatic for you as some other people.
Okay, so you weren't that bad.
I wasn't that bad, but since I went and tested 2 weeks later and a month later, and now I'm seeing between 2010 and 2015.
Which is better than 2020.
Yeah, I was just glad, going to be glad for 2020, and I'm just really thrilled that it's even better than that.
Mine's only 2020.
Yeah, after 2,400, meaning what normal people could see at 400 feet, she had to creep up to 20 feet to see. That's really what that means, and now you're 20/20. Yeah. And did you have any angst, any anxiousness about this?
Yeah, I did. I mean, when you're talking about your eyes, you really want to be comfortable about taking a step like this, and so I did a lot of research, and I visited several organizations that do.
Good. So you did shop around.
Yeah, I did.
And what made you choose Dr. Dishler? Now, I know I haven't let him talk too much right now, but he's done 50,000 procedures or more. He has that surgical center.
Yes.
Did you know about that before you went?
My eye doctor actually had his LASIK done with Dishler, and so he recommended it, but I still wanted to do some shopping and, just meet the different people that do the surgeries. And so what I really liked about Dishler is that they answered every question that I had, and I was very nervous and wanted to make sure I was going with a good company, and all the doctors there, Dr. Brownfield and Dr. Petraeus, were very helpful. I couldn't ask too many questions. They were always available, even if I needed to follow up later, and that really put my concerns at ease.
And Kelly, you had to be really concerned because it could have been your career.
Yeah. And I really was. I was pretty nervous about it. So, even I had talked to Jill about it and gone to the office, there's so many visits before you actually do the procedure. And again, talked to the doctors, and they said, you know, they actually made available this other pilot at United.
Oh, cool. So you were able to talk to another pilot.
Yeah. And I know that they had done several others. And just the success rate, it was, even though, you know, it could really have been catastrophic for my career, the success rate is so high that I felt comfortable.
Dr. Dishler,
you know, I don't have to say anything.
No, we should talk about this, though. You do a high number of pilots, I've noticed, and athletes.
Yes.
Pilots, and those are the two most demanding, I would say, categories.
Yeah, you know, and I have to admit that pilots are the one category that makes me the most nervous to do because it's absolutely
their careers are in your hands.
And they have to have good vision not only during the day, but they have to have really good vision for nighttime landings, no glare and halos. So you know, it's really an honor, I guess, to be able to have done so many pilots.
And we're not talking about just private. We're talking about people who depend on it for their lives.
Yeah.
People who fly for a living.
Yeah, and other people depend on their vision for their lives that are, you know, and so it's very, very important.
But to know that the people who really need this for careers, I mean, we're talking about athletes, professional athletes, golfers. We've talked to all kinds of athletes, also airline pilots and professional pilots. That is really a testament.
Absolutely. And you know, two things I want to bring up here real quickly. One thing is we always talk about what extremely bad vision we can fix. Bad astigmatism, really bad vision. And we can do that, but a lot of people have mildly bothered vision, but bad enough where they're still wearing glasses or contacts. And we see a lot of those people too, and we can fix those people, and usually they get the very best results, 2010, 2015 type results.
So really quickly, some of the problems with contacts. You have conjunctivitis, abrasions.
Right. The other thing is that, you know, the alternative contacts aren't totally safe. This report that was put out by the FDA and in this issue of Medical News Today, just on July 27th, 25% of visits to the emergency room in young can have abrasions, conjunctivitis. We see people that have had corneal ulcers. People can have really serious problems with contacts. They're not totally benign. So when people evaluate LASIK and the safety of LASIK versus contacts, smaller risk on every day, but when you wear them for 20 years, that risk adds up to potentially problems. And
it's also people a lot of times are in a hurry. They're not doing it properly. They're not following
they don't change
and if you don't follow the cleaning and care, which is a hassle, you're talking about infections.
Right.
All right, here's an offer that we're extending to the end of the month. Now, we want to just say right up front, it's the guaranteed lowest price for the same technology, bar none. You can't get it. Also the same correction, the same level of correction and care. You'll save off of that guaranteed lowest price, $395. $395. That includes a new patient LASIK exam, which, by the way, anybody can get for their complimentary visit if they want it, plus a LASIK consultation. This offer includes all of the aftercare for a year, no extra charge for custom bladeless technology, 0 down, 24-month financing. Call for details on that. And we're extending this till August 31st. Take it from athletes, professional pilots, all kinds of people in all walks of life. Thank you, Jill and Kelly, for your stories. 303-793-3000, 303-793-3000. Now, online, you can go to Dishler.com.